How you doing? Usually I do these videos for two reasons. One is because I'm trying to see things differently and maybe give you a different side of a story or a different angle to look at it, or say something funny, either one. So Zuccotti Park and the clearing of it was very interesting because the way I found out was I was alerted by the New York Times. I'm not sure if it came through a tweet or it came through a breaking news notification on my iPhone. A lot of times I will leave my Twitter feed open, which means I follow between 800 and 1,000 people, and I will just leave my Twitter feed open, which means I'm constantly getting a notification, almost as if it's a text. And I think it's interesting that people that I know who are also up all night had no idea that this thing was going down. And so if you don't have a smartphone and if you're not being notified, that's why it was a perfect time to come in there and do that. And that's part of the problem I have with the movement is they need to be more centralized and they need to sort of embrace some of this technology that I'm not sure they do. I know that Anonymous is not a fan of Facebook. And I don't want to speak to that because I'm a big fan of Anonymous and I love my iPhones and I don't want them to shut me down. But I really think it's better to embrace that for now, unless you write a program that's similar to Facebook or has the same function. I think really, Facebook has a huge purpose, mostly just for sharing information, sharing the truth, getting out details that you may have not heard on the news. I heard no mention yet of the two councilmen that I know were bloodied and beaten while they were arrested. A lot of the tweets that were coming in were about brutal arrests that we never heard about. Now, again, the press wasn't. A lot of the press were tweeting that they weren't allowed in. They were getting their press credentials taken away. If they got close to the scene, they were asked to move. But again, my point is a lot of people, are going to. I was talking to my brother about this, and we're saying how there's many different types of people. There's the middle class that are doing well, and there's people who are business people who don't care about this, and there's people who love sports and don't care about. There's going to be lots of factions of people that just aren't going to be interested in this. It's going to be very difficult to pull them along, and I think one of the ways this movement has to do is there has to be a centralized website, and that website Intel has to send out Twitter and Facebook updates and really have almost an army not on the ground but on the outskirts of what's going on, because really I feel like I should have been alerted to the fact that there was a police presence an hour or so before that actual clearance came about, because last time they were able to get a massive amount of people down there to block it. Well, this time the whole area, about 2 miles, was blocked off. You couldn't get down to the park. So again, my point of the video is a centralized way for information to be sent out by the protesters, and they're going to have to embrace Facebook and Twitter. And again, most people who aren't nutty like me and leave their Twitter feed on all the time were completely unaware that this was about to go down until the morning time, which is again a way the news was when the Arab Spring was going on. You would hear about news like 8, 12, maybe 24 hours later. It was very strange because they had to do a lot of, I guess, confirming. So again, I urge you to join Twitter. I urge you to believe in the movement. They are trying to do something that, yes, it seems. Again, there's going to be a huge group of people that say it's not going to change, it's never going to change, and you're going to have that faction of people who just want to go to work and come home, and they don't want to be bothered because they don't believe that this can happen. But I have to believe with this technology that it's possible. So keep on believing, and join Twitter as always. And that's my side of the story. And it was a brutal, scary event. Probably had to happen. And maybe next time they'll be better prepared. We'll see what happens this week. We'll see if these guys use Twitter and Facebook and to their advantage, because they should. All right, see you guys. Bye.